But yeah, nah, that shit hard for sure. That shit is a dope ass little dramatization of they shit. I know it ain't everything ain't true if certain shit was taken out, certain shit was put in.
Right,
But
right,
that
right,
shit
right.
hard as fuck for like nigga, all the shit. A lot of shit is basically true though. When I looked up, I was like, oh shit. Like that nigga Ghostface Killer for sure got kids with the niggas was fucking around with the sister and had kids with her and shit.
Hmm.
And that him and Raekwon really didn't get along like that at first type of shit.
Yeah, I figured they was ops starting out,
But had one of the bigger songs off their first album together. That shit was
which is
hard.
crazy. But I mean, I think RZA was like he was divine intervention for them. He was like
Yeah. Did
he
you
saw
did you get
something
to that
big.
part yet
I'm at episode 8 right now. It's
on the
called
first
Labels.
season?
Yeah, first season.
Okay. So you ain't got to that part yet. Cause that second season, that's when you get to that, you be like, okay, that's what you saying is like fully true, and you get to really witness and how they visualize that shit was hard. I was like, okay, he had his brother with him, and
Yeah,
then he
yeah. His
started
brother
bringing
finally got it. His brother finally
him and his
got it.
brother start bringing people in, and they just start like, nigga, fuck that, nigga. He had already been on, what he did, his little shit, had his
Right.
deal. So
He
yeah, when you
he
get more
changing
into
like the
that
whole.
shit,
I didn't
that
know
shit
how much
definitely
they
get
changed
better.
the structure of the whole, like how they treated rap groups and shit like that. I didn't know they had that much influence on how people dealt with rappers.
Yeah, they came out at the time when the West Coast was on fire too,
Hmm.
and they even like when you get to season 2, even show like them niggas had like little expos and shit with record
Right.
companies and shit, and trying to give out they shit. Him and his brother and them niggas all like they was like, oh, what was it? They was like, we know y'all fuck with Ice Cube and
Right, right,
them
right, right.
niggas
They
saying. I
had
was
an
like,
Easter egg too, because when Dave East he played Method Man, he picked up like an NWA like record. I said, oh, okay, this is like 89, 90 around
right.
that time. I said, okay, so yeah, the West Coast is hot right now. Gangster rap is the move right now.
Right. And yeah, them niggas came through with some more like, some East Coast shit, but they was on some. They honestly probably the first niggas with like lyrical bars. Now that when I watched that shit like that came out and was really
Yeah,
gassing, and like you be like, hold on,
right.
this nigga saying some shit like he
Because
put me
before them,
on
it was
some
just probably like Rakim.
Rakim, and them niggas had like and I don't think and they give LL Cool J a little props too.
Yeah, but LL Cool J was like, he was the first initiative like to love songs and rap.
Right.
You know what I'm
Then,
saying?
but he hopped on that 1, 2, 3. Like they had that nigga. Like then he started trying to really be on some real rap shit.
Yeah,
When he was beefing with cannabis and all that shit, he had to be a little more.
Yeah, a little bit more aggressive and shit like that. But
Mm-hmm.
before Drake,
Oh
before
yeah,
Ja Rule, before all of them, it
one
was
nigga
LL
that
Cool
a
J.
lot of old niggas they say real lyrical and hard is KRS-One.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Chris.
Yeah. That nigga, they be saying that nigga KRS-One is one of the hardest niggas.
And like remember the same flag that J. Cole used to get. KRS-One used to get that flag too.
I bet I could see that.
So he was like, oh, this nigga boring, this nigga be preaching, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't until like later in his career where they understand, oh, this is what this nigga was trying to tell us. We were just so young and ignorant and out there. We couldn't get the message because we was like blinded by all the bullshit.
Right. The only nigga they was like getting the message from was like Chuck D and Public Enemy.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But I think because theirs was more sonically pleasing.
Right.
You know I'm saying? No offense to KRS-One. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? People want to be uplifted and move at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's like why Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers kind of got like its criticism.
Right.
Like, I can understand when people say, oh, it's not this upbeat and all that other shit. Like, like a Moneybag Yo.
Yeah. That's what people want to hear a lot.
What I'm like telling you is like all that shit you're saying is like all commercial mainstream comments. It's nothing about the art.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's not necessarily pushing the art forward. It's more so as far as like the context of it. It's kind of like people been doing that. Y'all just got different beats and y'all got a little different style. But y'all, what y'all saying is like people been and said all this shit talking about females and money, clothes, and I got more in this and boasting and bragging.
The sonics, the flow, and I say the like delivery has changed because I think me and you both flow has definitely like advanced, and I don't want to say advanced like old flow is better, but I would say more flows have come into the hip hop game. But when you look at Old Dirty Bastard, like that articulation and making like abstract noises with your flow, he was like one of the first big mainstream artists to do that.
Right.
You
he
feel
for
me?
sure is. He like, you know, and he had his own style. He had a different flow. He come in aggressive too, but you feel me? He still got his own shit, and he, you know, he just a little loud with it, and he do his thing. You know, he got a lot of energy.
Yeah, I like the show because it gives you. This is what I love from hip hop, because it's the rawest, truest form, and at least from what I've grown up and what music I've listened to, it is one of those art forms that is just unapologetically itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It gives, and it gave like a lot of young black men and women the uncensored shit we needed, the truth we needed, the abstract trains of thought we needed, that people were like, this is what we go through, this is what we deal with. Now, yeah, obviously the party records is like, you know, we all like to have fun and shit like that.
Exactly. We want to hear them. We want to hear them too.
Yeah, we want to hear them too. But the articulation of like what WU-TANG was talking about, like with F.O.S, every freestyle he has, everything is always related to a day in the life of a black man in America. Right. At least from the New York perspective.
Yeah, you know, living in the concrete jungle and shit.
Right. And you feel like it's a zoo and all this and everything we got to do to survive, and the opportunities that we aren't privy to like the rest of the world.
Exactly. Like, you know, we don't know how them niggas live. Them niggas from most of them niggas from Staten Island besides ODB anyways.
Right. And Jizza was from Brooklyn.
Yeah. Him and ODB both from Brooklyn. Right. That's why ODB always talking about Brooklyn Zoo and all that shit.
Right. ODB just always hung with RZA, like he was just
because they relatives.
Right, because they cousins.
They cousins.
What's the trip to me is like ODB didn't even want to rap like that.
You said Jizza too. Jizza they cousin too.
Yeah. They all three of
Jizza,
them.
and then they you know, RZA brother Divine.
Right.
They all and they related to Flavor Flav.
That is trippy.
Yeah, I had just found that out like last year, and I was like, oh damn, like these niggas related to Flavor Flav. All four of them niggas is related.
That is crazy. I did not know that. That's news to me.
Yeah, them niggas is all cousins.
Right, for sure. Well, we definitely gonna clip this because I didn't even expect us to talk about it, but I just wanted to let you, because I remember the homie, he mentioned it today because he listened to our podcast. He was like, yeah, y'all was talking about the Wu-Tang series, and I just started watching it. He's like, that shit is good as fuck.
That shit raw. Yeah. Me and Andy be off that shit. And they be watching that shit too. That shit raw.
Yeah, facts.
The niggas really be on some shit. The whole beginning when it popped up and they shot up Ghostface.
Oh, with the tech? I said, damn, this is in the 80s, 90s. I was like 80s, early 90s, because that's what motherfuckers, that's the gun. That was the gun that people wanted, the Tech 9.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays, niggas don't even want to touch them.
Nah, they want Glocks with switches on it.
Right. And you got to be boo with those.
Yeah, because that's a federal offense.
Yeah, and shooting them bitches. Nigga, fucker, you ain't shooting it right. You fucking, I'll shoot you down, so.
Oh, God. And the switch, what it do, it fuck up the gun a lot. Like,
hell yeah.
It fucks up the rifling. It jams a lot. It's like, and that shit could blow up in your face.
That shit'll go out eventually. You use that motherfucker too much.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker gonna be done for.
Especially niggas be trying to put like 30.
Yeah, you can't. That motherfucker melt.
Yeah, I was like, yo, chill, bro. I was like, and I get like rappers and shit, like trap rappers and like, you know, people, you know, they telling their story. I get it. But when they speaking on that, it's like they articulation of like gun safety is not there. So it's like when you put in a switch on a Glock is a semi-automatic pistol. It's only meant to be shot every time you pull the trigger. Once you pull that motherfucker down and you shooting 50 rounds in one segment, the rifling's gone. So accuracy is out the window. And now you wearing out that goddamn that bolt that constantly is pushing back every time it's pushing it. You wearing it out. So now it's gonna get stuck, and your response time when you pull the trigger is gonna be slow as hell.
Yeah, and even with the hair trigger on all them blizzards.
Absolutely. And what happens is that the bullet, it could get caught with another bullet trying to get in, and that shit can blow up in your face. So switches